Here to analyze the Giants season with us, one-time All-Star with the franchise and now a pre- and post-game color analyst is Shawn Estes. Let's start with a story, Shawn, that was big news around these parts the past week. Sandoval and his contract. We'll begin with a weight deal. Does this automatically mean he's going to have a good year because he lost 40 pounds?
Of course it does. That's all we've talked about is his weight. He loses weight, he plays well. He gains weight, he doesn't play well, and he gets hurt. Sign him. Get him signed. Give him Hunter Pence money. He's going to be good from here on out.
So if you were writing the check, you would say this man lost 40 pounds despite 4 or 5 up and down seasons. You'd give him $90 to $100 million.
Well, you heard his agent. The guy's going to be with him 24/7. Someone's going to be in bed with him, making him dinner, lunch, at the field with him. In the offseason, he's going to be with them. So, yeah, I mean, he'll keep the weight off. He feels good this spring. He's moving a lot better. He's hitting the ball a lot better. And this is the way, I think this is where you're going to see Pablo Sandoval for the rest of his career.
On Barry Bonds, did his week with the franchise do more to help him than it did the team, quite honestly?
Probably, yes. I don't think that him being there for the week is going to make a big difference in any of these guys on the club's performance this year. Obviously, they did all pick his brain while he was there. He's obviously got some great wisdom, some great knowledge, one of the best players in the game of baseball. But it's not going to turn guys' careers around. It's not going to make them become Barry Bonds. But, yes, it did help him, I believe, and his image. He was very accessible to the media while he was there. He's back in the spotlight now. He believes that all his issues are behind him, so it's just a matter of the Giants really allowing him to be in that arena once again. And if they do, then at some point it's all going to be forgotten, and Barry Bonds will probably be on the Wall of Fame for the San Francisco Giants. Probably won't be in the Hall of Fame.
Lincecum and Vogelsong have struggled this spring. What does that mean?
Absolutely nothing, because I've seen them both pitch. They both struggled in springs of past, and I know that this year there's more of an emphasis on them having good springs based on what we've seen the last year, 2 years with Lincecum. But what I've seen as far as me being a pitcher, me seeing how they're throwing the baseball, they're throwing the ball fine. Their velocity's fine. Their mechanics are fine. Their stuff is fine. It's just a matter of fine-tuning some things. And spring training is not the best place in the world to pitch. So I wouldn't focus on the results with those two guys. I focus more on the process and getting ready for the season. And I feel that when the bell rings for those two guys, they're going to be ready to go. I don't worry about those two guys at all.
Everybody knows about Hudson's leadership skills. He showed it in Oakland. He showed it in Atlanta. That was a pretty mean injury that hit him last year. At this stage of his career, do you count on him winning 15 games?
Well, I do. I believe he's capable of doing that. I mean, 13 out of the 15 years he's pitched in the big leagues, he's won double digits. The other 2 years were years that he got hurt. I know that he was hurt last year, serious ankle injury, but what I've seen so far this spring is that his ankle's fine. You know, he's a competitor. I mean, he knows what it takes to get ready every 5th day. I feel as long as his arm's healthy, which it is, he gives you a chance to win every time he takes the mound.
You're painting a real rosy picture. Last question. If you're a Giant fan, though, shouldn't you take a deep breath and say, the Dodgers on paper for the next few years are going to be better than us, and it'd be an upset if we can win the National League West?
Well, I think it was an upset that the Giants won 2 World Series in the last 4 years. I mean, I don't think anybody would have predicted that either. This team's won. There's 7 World Series rings amongst the starting rotation, and I believe pitching wins championships. If these guys are healthy and they pitch up to their abilities, this team's going to win once again. I don't care about the Dodgers. They got to take care of their own business. The Dodgers have a lot of question marks, in my opinion, anyway.
Shawn, thanks for coming on.
Anytime, Gary.